More often than not, you're told about the things that are great with Amazon KDP. There's videos spruiking the amount of money you can make, the passive income, but what about the things that you should be very, very careful of? Now, I've been publishing books since 2019, so I've experienced both the ups and downs of Amazon KDP. And in this video, I want to share 7 key things that you need to be aware of if you are about to publish your book with Amazon KDP or if you have an existing account. Let's get into things right now. Hello and welcome. My name is Romney and I'm the founder of Global Self-Publishing. Thanks so much for joining my channel. Remember, as always, check out my website, globalselfpublishing.com, for all information you need about self-publishing. Now, in this video, I want to really give you some key points and tips about publishing with Amazon and what you really need to be warned about, because there are some things that you should be aware of. There are people that go ahead and publish books really without any information about the consequences. So what are the 7 things that I suggest you be wary of and be careful with when publishing? Let's get into the 7 things right now. So what I'm going to share with you is my honest opinion about things you should be aware of when publishing with Amazon KDP. And this is based on my experience from 2019 to 2025. So let's get into number 1. So Amazon govern the terms of business. So these can change at any time. So the terms of business being that you need to abide by the uploading rules, any copyright, trademark, how you promote your book, the pricing structure, the distribution, anything that is in the terms of business with Amazon. When you do the sign-on page and any updates, you need to abide by. They're the platform that govern the way that you self-publish your books. You can upload your book to Amazon, but you need to abide by their rules. And rules can change fairly quickly and promptly, and you need to be very, very careful of what you're signing up for. So just read the fine print, but the problem is it's around about 40 pages. But most importantly, you just need to be comfortable that changes can occur and changes will occur when you are self-publishing with Amazon. Number 2, don't be fooled. You need to market your books and they won't sell by themselves. When people watch videos about publishing books, they're often, pushed into the frame of mind that they'll get organic sales. A lot of people that start Amazon KDP have limited budgets. Therefore, the marketing tends to take a backseat to the actual publication of the book because that process is free. But the marketing can be quite challenging if you are trying to do it for free, because Amazon ads can be expensive, but they are really a necessary evil when it comes to publishing books, because without marketing your book, no one knows about it. And if you want to get your book into the hands of more customers, you need to let people know about it. Now, Amazon aren't in the space of marketing your book. They might give you a little bit of a grace time when you upload your book. There might be a 30-day window of an opportunity to get more sales, but they're not going to keep pushing your book up and marketing it. If it's not getting sales, it's not making money for them, they won't want to know about it and your book will die a slow death. So make sure that you are aware you need to have some money aside for marketing. And if you're not prepared to use Amazon ads, you need to use other ways like social media to market those books. So that's point number 2. Number 3, Amazon can terminate your account and provide no evidence and no justification or reasoning about why. I've had friends that have had their accounts terminated. There's been no justification. They've tried to reach out to Amazon. Amazon have come back to say that there might be a term of business that they believe that you've been in breach of, but they don't provide any evidence. If you ask them to provide the evidence, they won't give it to you, and you'll go round and round in circles. The only way on some occasions that you can reinstate your account is by going to probably pursuing it legally. And there are firms that do, on the behalf of a client, pursue that. So that's something you can look at. But termination is permanent. You can't then contact them in 12 months or 2 years' time and ask them to reinstate your account. It just won't happen. So protect your account. Make sure you're aware of those terms of business. don't try and cut corners, because once it's terminated, that's gone. So just be aware of that. You need to diversify. You can't put all your eggs in one basket, start up a publishing business, and just have all your books on Amazon. Make sure you diversify and put them onto other platforms like Ingram Spark. Number 4, invest in the right tools, and that could be to get better data, the professionalism of your designs, and speed does matter. What I tend to do is focus on probably 3 tools, and they're the only ones really that I promote and talk about. So Publisher Rocket for niche research, along with KD Spy and Canva. Outside of that, there are other platforms you can use. There are definitely lots of free tools. Recently created a video about tools that you can use for free if you don't have a budget or a very minimal budget. But don't be afraid of investing. If you invest in the right tools, it really does speed up the process, give you more accurate data, give you better opportunities for niche selection, which will then give you better results and sales. If you try and be tight with your spend with tools, then the consequences will be that you won't get anywhere near making any money with Amazon. So invest in the right tools. Number 5, you have a short window to jump into the Amazon algorithm. Often it's about 30 days. So once you launch your book, you have about 30 days for it to be given a bit of airtime on Amazon. So if you launch it, it might appear on page 1 or page 2, but what Amazon are looking for are consistent sales over that 30 period of time, not just spikes. They don't want to see a spike of 10 sales after day 2, then it flatlines, and then day 25, it might spike again to 15 sales and then drops off again. They want to see a consistent level of sales, and you need to build momentum and maintain that momentum. You might get into the algorithm, take advantage of that window of opportunity when you launch a book. I have some more content about that if you want to check out the description below. Next one, do not spend big dollars on expensive KDP courses. I see there's courses that cost $2,000, and yes, they're probably great courses that have been spent a lot of time creating that, but the time it would take you to recoup the money after spending that initial spend, you could possibly do one of those more expensive courses later, but if you're new, there's so much free content out there. I've got a free 2-hour course that will get you started. There's YouTube videos you can watch with tutorials. Just keep a limited budget. I wouldn't be spending any more than, say, $100 if you're just starting out. There's so much free content out there. So do your research. Again, check out the link below for my 2-hour free course. My website has tons of resources, and so do other websites. So check those out. Do not spend big dollars to start with. Ensure that you're interested, that you're getting some results from Amazon before spending the big dollars. And finally, number 7, long-term sales and passive income are possible, but you need to invest in the right tools. You need to be consistent. You need to create great books. You need to market your books. You need to ensure that you're pricing your books correctly. Amazon recently changed the pricing structure and the royalty payment by 10%. They've moved it down to 50% for authors that create books that are priced under $9.99. So they're the changes that can impact you, and you may have some challenges with your long-term sales if you don't follow the rules of creating great books and things like that. I see a lot of people that start, they don't get the initial results, so they stop. I've created and published 300 books, and that didn't happen overnight. That's taken all that period of time from 2019 to 2015, so 6 years effectively. And it does take a lot of effort, and probably 20% of those books are the ones that create the income, but I'm not sure which ones they're going to be. So it's not necessarily a volume game. It is quality, but it probably took me quite a few books to get quality happening before the sales started to come through. And if I hadn't pushed and tried to deliver on quality, that would never have happened. So make sure that if you want your long-term sales and passive income to happen, you do need to work hard at it. So thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel. Again, I really appreciate the support. Everything that I've talked about can be found in the description below. And as always, just jump on my website, globalselfpublishing.com. Everything's there, plenty of downloads, courses you can take, and I wish you all the best with your self-publishing. So until my next video comes out, I'll see you then.